this community adjacent to downtown, part of what is known as the Communities of West Lakes. They actually had the first African-American suburb recognized by the Housing Authority federally in the country. In spite of this great heritage, we had the worst apartment complex in town with 21 times the national crime rate. The neighborhood in the shadow of the bowl was our lowest income neighborhood in Orange County. There was this irony of great legacy, but yet great poverty and despair.
On January 1, 2012, I was invited to go to the Citrus Bowl game, and I was really stunned at the depth of economic despair and blight in the area. Later that year, there was a Florida Citrus Sports event, and I was talking to Steve Hogan, and I was just kind of poking him a little bit, saying, Steve, how can we as a community feel good about just approving $210 million to renovate a football stadium when it sits right in an area of deep economic despair? And little did I know, Steve says, that's the beat of my heart.
The physical change that was coming for the stadium was awesome, and everybody would be proud of it and be gorgeous, and national televised events would be fantastic, but it just didn't sit well with us that somehow this would be the only transformation. So, the idea really was more, what if, maybe for the first time in our country, you leveraged a 65,000 seat NFL grade stadium in the interest, literally, of the people that live in its shadow.
The purpose of Lift Orlando is to see business leaders partnering with residents to break the cycle of poverty. We do that by pursuing the 4 goals of mixed income housing, cradle to career education, community health and wellness, and ultimately economic viability.
We were very passionate about the fact that we needed to make this mixed income, because our dream for this community is that 10 years from now, people are fighting to live in this community. When we designed it, we wanted it to compete with the best-in-class multifamily development in the nation.
Traditionally, schools are just thought of in terms of, academics. It also involves working with the family and empowering the family. So strengthening that connection between the school and the family, that's something that we're committed to doing. And it takes so much more than the school. You need some great partners, which is why I'm excited about the relationship with Lift Orlando and Florida Citrus Sports in this comprehensive effort surrounding community transformation, because it can't be the school alone. It's got to be great partners.
And Orlando Health was very good to partner with us, and the kids learn about the healthy eating and the fresh fruits and vegetables. And we have an Orlando Health Garden, and we have a STEM garden, and the kids are able to harvest the products that grow. And so we've done our first farmers market where they actually took their products and they sold them back to the community in the neighborhood.
I believe anything is possible and you can change anything, but if you don't stand up and speak out and become part of it, then naturally nothing's going to change. Everybody has an area of passion. Once you find that passion that they have for the community in the area, there's no stopping them.
I am absolutely convinced that business leaders have an absolute critical role in solving and addressing the most complex issues in communities across America. They don't do it alone. They need to do it in partnership with the best-in-class nonprofits and with the well-intentioned public sector leaders.
I think that just working with people, engaging residents to be a part of such a wonderful thing was so vital. And just look, this was a dream just 18 months ago, and to actually see this dream come into fruition. And one day, these residents will be proud.
The hope is really that children come back and they return. They return to the community that invested in them, and they come back with joy and with hope a renewed energy to give back because community is so important.
People need a safe environment. They need to feel like they can go home at night and play outside and they're safe. And they're in an environment where they can realize their greatest potential.
And I'm just grateful and excited of being a part of such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful endeavor put on by Lift Orlando and the residents of the Westlake community.